What is going on, everyone? Mr. Mom Collectibles. I am back with another video, and I wanted to do a quick little showcasing, kind of like a 6-month check in on the collection shelf by shelf. And today we are going to be focusing primarily on, well, obviously, Star Wars. A section of my collection I'm quite proud of that I really focused on growing over the last year and a half or so. And I've made countless videos about this, but as you can see here, the shelf is packed. I'm not too worried about it being overcrowded because I've made videos in the past explaining how in the next month or two I am going to be deconstructing my collection room anyway, making the move downstairs. So to be honest, I'm not overly concerned about the quote unquote clutter of figures. This is not going to be pretty much going to be the presentation moving forward in the next few months. But I want to note some of the highlights that I've added to the collection and just kind of give a walkthrough. Not really figure by figure, but you kind of see this group here. Most notable addition is going to be the C-3PO from Return of the Jedi. Fantastic piece. Really looking forward to it. It pairs so nicely. This is the Attack of the Clones version of R2, and these two guys together it's a classic pairing. But right here, same old figures over here, troopers, things like that. I do have note the Return of the Jedi stormtroopers on order, so I'm excited. I have two of those, just to kind of. I never had any original trilogy troopers, minus the obviously the Sand Trooper here. But really not much changes here. Moving forward, a noticeable upfront change is this is the Darth Vader from the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I did get him at a really great discount. I did a review on it. I wasn't overly impressed with it, but it is something that's growing on me, especially the presence every time I look at it on the shelf. But nevertheless, there he is, front and center on the Boba base that I have. And behind him is another notable grail. Thank you to Jeremy Casa, who was able to get this animated Boba Fett, who was on my chase list, and I did get that earlier this year, and he just looks fantastic, paired up with some other Bobas in the background. So that's a notable change. Moving forward, like I said, a lot of this stuff is still the same in terms of the characters here. You can see another notable piece is Mace Windu. I did a review on him not too long ago, so I have him in the collection. Really looking forward to getting the Anakin, which I have on order, and pairing them up really nicely. At the time of filming this video, his saber is not hooked up, nor is Vader's. They are wired. Even for the review, I did the wiring on them, but because of, like I said, the clutter, I'm not really running wires and stuff like that. I'm not too worried about plugging them in. I will kind of drop a little hint for Mace. I did end up actually getting a new replacement lightsaber. For those who know, purple is one of my favorite colors, and so I really wanted to maximize the brightness of the purple as much as possible. So be on the lookout for a updated review coming in the next week or so, where I do a review on a new updated lightsaber for him. But like I said, he looks really nice. Posed up here on the Boba Fett display base. I won't lie, because of the amount of, if you see any type of videos or YouTube shorts that I do, because of the amount of room that I have, I usually end up using this little display base part in front of the Boba Fett figure as kind of my centerpiece whenever I do like shorts or showcasings. I sometimes will plop a figure right here and show it off, so in serving a purpose. Moving over onto the left hand side, like I said, Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was an addition as well from Jeremy Casa. And then here, Director Krennic, I got him just a few months ago. This was another chase piece that I wanted. Absolutely amazing head sculpt, and just the pose. I just love the presence of this figure. He pairs so incredibly well, so I'm really excited that I was able to add that to my collection. And then also we have Padme. I'll zoom in on her. There is Padme again from Attack of the Clones. I have to admit I was a little lackluster with that figure. She's pretty basic. I kind of think of her as more of a pairing to Anakin Skywalker, but I did pick her up because I kind of felt like I would regret missing this piece. but I definitely got her below retail. It was one that I didn't think it was worth picking up at retail from Sideshow. So I was able to get a good deal on her. So like I said, to complete that set, I am waiting on the Anakin Skywalker from Sideshow. So here is, like I said, this is the overall shelf in terms of what Star Wars figures I have on pre-order at the moment. Like I said, I have the Anakin from Attack of the Clones. I have the Darth Vader 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi figure. I have 2 Return of the Jedi Stormtroopers because I love original trilogy troopers. I'm trying to think of what else I have. I feel like I have 1 or 2 other. I have the Dewback on order with the extra trooper, which will pair nice with this Sand Trooper, so I'll have a nice display there. I think that's pretty much it for Star Wars. I know there's a few other pieces, but I'm not gonna lie, and I was thinking about doing a video on this also. I do have a couple that I was interested in, but I really backed out. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, Mando really left a sour taste on my mouth amongst like other collectors, where I feel like we just kind of, there's a bunch of figures that I just kind of wish I could do without. Like looking back on my Mando line, I mean, I'm not gonna get rid of anything, but there's definitely some shelf warmers, if that makes sense. You know, the Costco Reeves, the Armorer, which is like, all right, the Death Watch Mando troopers, even the Bo-Katan, even the Cad Bane. Those are figures that I know a lot of collectors feel like they got Mandoed out, where we just got a lot of figures, and then you look back on them, they're just kind of like I still need Axe Woves to technically complete the Night Owls, the 3-pack, but I don't even honestly care about getting him at this point. He is not a priority, so I think I'm kind of dwindling down my priorities on Star Wars and mostly sticking with original trilogy pieces, and I'm kind of staying away from any Disney Plus stuff, because that stuff can just be really bombarding, especially with the Ahsoka show with like 13 to 14 figures from that show. I really only have interest in like 1 or 2 figures amongst that, but like Disney Plus material has really been kind of a killer for me, and so I think it's just in my best interest to kind of stay away from that and just kind of keep focusing on original trilogy pieces and just some select pieces to kind of fill in gaps for things. Oh, and also Han Solo from Return of the Jedi. Of course, I have that on order as well. How can I forget Han? So I do have him on order as well. But like I said, this is just how the shelf is. I'm pretty happy with everything overall. I will be eventually, when the Maju cases come in 10 years, it's a joke, I do plan on splitting up this display and doing like an original trilogy section, and then maybe like a Mando section kind of thing. So we'll see. Looking forward to that and having everything turned on. But let me know your thoughts. What's your favorite character? And how do you feel about Star Wars in general? How's your collection going? And are you curating a little bit more and realizing kind of the bombardment of stuff? Or I'm just curious to know in the comments your thoughts on Star Wars. Have you kind of lost faith in it because of the material, or are you riding high as ever with it? So let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Like I said, Star Wars for me was not a first priority when collecting Hot Toys, but since then I have definitely ramped up my interest in it. So drop a like on this video. Please consider subscribing to the channel if this is in fact your first time and you do enjoy the content. I very much appreciate that. And drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts as always. But until then, this is Mr. Mom Collectibles saying take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Acknowledge me!